Hey guys, I'm here again to do another video. YouTube has actually been uploading my videos rather quickly, so that's the only reason I'm excited about doing more videos. But I was watching Obsessed Reader, and she did a Top 10 Tuesday, and it was her top 10 books off of her shelf that she is most excited to read. So I went through my shelf and I did that because I thought, well, one, I was in the mood to make videos, but like I said, since YouTube's uploading them rather quickly, and two, I was excited to do this one. It was hard to pick just 10 books, so they're in no particular order. And of course, all these books I've had on my shelf for quite a while. The first one is Beautiful Stranger, a memoir of an obsession with perfection. It's by Hope Donahue. And of course, it's about a girl that gets plastic surgery and she's just obsessed with looking perfect. I'm going to see if I can give you a little summary on it. Well, I'll tell you a little bit on the inside here. Hope Donahue seemed to have it all: beauty, wealth, social status. She was an only child who grew up with the best private schools, debutante balls, and a home in Hancock Park, Los Angeles' old money enclave. But beneath her family's facade of keeping up appearances, Hope hid a host of ugly truths, including an insecure, competitive mother, a family friend's sexual advances, and a father who gave in to the demands of his wife and coolly reserved parents. Hope became addicted to a quest for physical perfection in place of her self-esteem, and by the age of 27, she had undergone 7 plastic surgeries. So yeah, that sounds very good to me. This book, oh, it's cool. It also has deckled edges. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah. The next book I picked is Bliss by Lauren Miracle. And a lot of people have, when it's ripped, have heard of this book. And it's been on my shelf for a while. I just, like I said, haven't gotten around to it. And I'm really excited to get to this book. The cover is very cool. This one says, with its stately ivy-covered buildings, Crestview Academy seems impossibly grand to newcomer Bliss, but full of promise too. It's here she hopes to make the sort of friends she could growing up as a lone kid on a commune. With her crisp new uniform and manners gleaned from the wholesome TV shows her grandmother permits her to watch, Bliss feels ready for her new life at Crestview, until she hears the voice. Crestview holds secrets in its stones, ghostly hints of a long-ago death. Sensitive Bliss hears a voice that speaks of terrible things, and blood. Always blood. Her fellow students, with their sunny smiles and talk of makeup and dances, seem untouched by this darkness. Yet, as Bliss will learn, they too have secrets. When the simmering tensions of the present mingle with the dark secrets of the past, it is kindly Bliss who becomes the focus of a deadly struggle for power. And I've heard nothing but good things about this book. So I don't know why I haven't gotten to it yet. The next book is North of Beautiful by Justina Chen Headley. How far would you go to find true beauty? And this one is about a girl that has a huge birthmark on the side of her face there where her hair is covering it. So she's trying to basically learn to live with that and know that she's beautiful even though she has that. So it's another one I heard obviously great things about. The next one is Gone by Michael Grant. And I wanted to wait till I got the other books, but this is a UK one, I believe. I got it off of the Book Depository, and I wanted this one because, well, one, look at the cover, how amazing that cover is. And two, it's got green, or yellow, or whatever color you call that. Yeah. And then the other ones have, like, I think there's blue, which I thought was amazing. I don't remember what book that was. So this one I think is the yellow, yeah. And there's green, blue, and I think there's one, though, that actually didn't have a color, which I thought was stupid. But I can't afford any other books right now. And when I could afford them, they were always out of stock. And the Book Depository is going to be the only place I can get them for a reasonable price. So, and I'm sure everybody knows what this book's about. 299 hours, 54 minutes. Suddenly, it's a world without adults, and normal has crashed and burned. When life as you know it ends at 15, everything changes. The next one Actually, I haven't had this on my shelf for real long, just before Christmas. Wither by Lauren DeStefano. It's the Chemical Garden trilogy. It's the first one. And this one, I'm sure everybody knows what it's about. The second one, Fever, is coming out shortly. So I do need to get on this. And I've heard nothing but good things about this. This is a dystopian novel. Then I have Wasted by Marja Hornbacher, a memoir of anorexia and bulimia. I love anything that has to do with addiction, abuse, just hard times, especially memoirs. And she wrote, I just read her other, not just read her other book, but I did read her other book. I read it last year, I believe. And actually, this is her first book, Wasted. So it's not going to tell me her second book in here. And of course, I can't remember. I believe it had to do with mental illness. And I can't find it right now, but yeah. So I'm excited to read that. Then I have Breathless by Jessica Warman. And this one, I was so excited when I got it. I'm still excited about it. It's just something that I just haven't picked up, and I need to. It says, Katie and her brother Will have always been close, but as his mental illness escalates, her parents ship her off to boarding school for her own protection. Seeking a fresh start in a place where perfection seems to be the only option, Katie immerses herself in swimming and the accidental lie that her brother is dead, not because of shame, but because she's sure no one would understand. As she becomes part of the elite crowd, Katie grows close to a handsome swimmer, Drew, her mysterious roommate, Mazzie, and the beautiful and electric Estella. But she soon discovers that at prep school, popularity comes at a price. Are the bonds Katie has formed strong enough to withstand the truth? And the whole mental illness thing is what dragged me in first. She also wrote Where the Truth Lies, and that's another one I really want to read. Then I have No Good Deed, A Story of Medicine, Murder, Accusations, and the Debate Over How We Die by Lewis M. Cohen, M.D. That is very, very interesting. You know, the whole, who was that, the one doctor that put people out of their misery. On a blustery night in January 2001, detectives from the Massachusetts State Police knocked on Amy Gleason's door. Gleason, along with fellow nurse Kim Hoy, had helped a patient deal with pain and suffering at the end of her life. Now the patient was dead, and the two nurses were being investigated for murder. Both believed they had done the right thing, but they had no idea what it would cost them. What began on that cold night for Gleason and Hoy was an experience that would forever scar them. But for medical professionals everywhere, their situation, the death, the investigation, and the aftermath, is a byproduct of quiet yet forceful ideological battles consuming American hospitals. These are battles over proper medical procedures, battles over the nature of care, and battles over how terminally ill patients should die. Definitely very interesting. I told my husband that if I'm ever a vegetable or I just can't do anything for myself and there is that option, yeah, let me go. I don't want to live like that, and I don't think the people that are caring for me should have to. So yeah, so that's going to be interesting to read. Next one is The Unit by Ninnie Holmquist. This is a dystopian novel, and it has these cool flaps too, like that. This one is one day in early spring, Dorrit Weger is checked into the 2nd Reserve Bank unit for biological material. She is promised a nicely furnished apartment inside the unit where she will make new friends, enjoy the state-of-the-art recreation facilities, and live the remaining days of her life in comfort with people who are just like her. Here, women over the age of 50 and men over 60, single, childless, and without jobs in progressive industries, are sequestered for their final years. They are considered outsiders. In the unit, they are expected to contribute themselves for drug and psychological testing and ultimately donate their organs, little by little, until the final donation. Despite the ruthless nature of this practice, the ethos of this near-future society and the unit is to take care of others, and Dorrit finds herself living under very pleasant conditions, well-housed, well-fed, and well-attended. She is resigned to her fate and discovers her days there to be rather consoling and peaceful. But when she meets a man inside the unit and falls in love, the extraordinary becomes a reality and life suddenly turns unbearable. Dorrit is faced with compliance or escape, and Well, then what? So yeah, it says the unit is a gripping exploration of a society in the throes of a system geared toward eliminating those who do not contribute by conventional means, in which the dispensable ones are convinced under gentle coercion of the importance of sacrificing for the necessary ones. It also looks deeply into the nature of the female psyche and its resilience and creativity under dire conditions. That just sounds so good. So good. And I remember when I got this, I was just so excited. And this is actually translated by Marlene Delargy. I cannot wait to read this. And like I said, everything keeps getting pushed to the wayside because, I keep getting books from the library or what have you. It's just there's too many good books out there. The last book is Hateless by Jennifer Brown. And she does have a new book out now, and I can't think of the name of it. Bitter End, or something like that. Oh, my nose itches. And this is about a school shooting, I believe, or something. Let's see what it says. 5 months ago, Valerie Leffman's boyfriend, Nick, opened fire on their school cafeteria. Val was as shocked as everyone else, but despite her own serious injury, she's implicated in the crime because of the list. The list she and Nick made of people they hated. The list Nick used to pick his targets. Now, after a summer of seclusion, Val is forced to confront her guilt as she returns to school to complete her senior year. Haunted by the memory of the boyfriend she still loves, and navigating rocky relationships with her family, her former friends, and the girl whose life she saved, Val must come to grips with the tragedy that took place and her role in it in order to make amends and move on with her life. Another thing that really interests me, school shootings. Bitter End, that's what it is. It came out in May 2011, actually. Jeez. So those are my 10 top most excited books to read off of my shelves. So yeah, I'd be very interested to see what other people have to say, because to be read lists are huge. People usually have just like a never-ending one, and just love to see what people are most excited to read on their own shelves. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.